Hi guys, welcome to today's video. As you guys can see, I'm halfway through my makeup, and today, as you guys can tell from the title, I am going to be mixing in a couple of my foundations together to see what shade it's going to turn into. I have pretty much done my base, eye makeup, color correction, so really all I have to do now is go into foundation. Now the idea for this video was inspired by Jackie Aina, Jackie. So recently she did a video where she purchased different foundations that all had the same shade name, and also kind of highlight the differences and discrepancies with the shade name in particular. And you know how like sometimes Jackie Aina points out there's lack of diversity in particular shades and stuff like that. That video was informative and fun. This video is just going to be pure fun. Unlike Jackie, I don't have the budget to purchase those said foundations. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this little hair mixing bowl, and I'm just going to grab various foundations from my collection and then just kind of like mix them in there, and hopefully it looks somewhat decent because I actually am feeling this eyeshadow look. It looks cute. Okay, as you guys know, I am a creator, beauty influencer. I actually don't really like being called a beauty influencer, I prefer creator. I get sent quite a number of foundations. I've also purchased a couple of foundations in my time. So I'm just gonna grab a couple of things and just mix them together and give you guys a little bit of backstory or what I think about that particular foundation. So without talking too much more, let's get into it. Alright, we've got the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation in Sun Beige 208. I think this one's a little bit light for me. I think this foundation is being discontinued, I think. Okay, but that's a decent amount. Okay, we've got some NARS Radiant, Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. Absolutely love this thing. Ooh, okay, maybe 3 pumps. It's definitely more creamy as opposed to liquid. We have got the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. This one, I actually did a pretty positive review. I actually do like this foundation. I think just the shade's a little bit too olive for me. I think some of you guys have pointed that out, and I agree. Looking back at the footage, it does look quite olivey on me, and isn't a really good match, I have to say now. Might as well add some of this. So this is some Ultra 3 Lightning Shade Drops. I mean, still considered foundation, I suppose. Now, a lot of the foundations that I have are quite old, like from back in the day, so a lot of them tend to be a little bit darker. It's only recently that I've started to embrace like my natural sort of like color and not actively go out in the sun to tan. We have got the Maybelline Golden Beige Dream Satin Liquid. Actually, don't mind this foundation. The undertone's just slightly off for me. Just 2 pumps of that. I don't know if you guys can see that so far. There's a mixture of like some warm tones, some neutral tones, and I'm definitely more of a warm tone type of person. Some Bobbi Brown, this is an example of a really dark shade. Long Wear Even Finish foundation. This one is in Honey. Back in the day, this used to be my shade. This is now way too dark. Could probably use it as a cream bronzer, if anything. Ooh, this one is dark. This one is the Revlon Photo Ready Airbrush Effect foundation in Toast. This one very dark for me. I think I've worn this a couple of times, and looking back on the darkest shade you can see in there, that's this one. Looking back at the video I wore this in, I actually look quite orange. And we have a new foundation from Revlon. This one is the Photo Ready Candid in 400. This one's actually a better match for me. A little bit dark still, but nothing like blending down your neck can't really fix. Like the other one, definitely orange. This one, nice healthy glow, girl. We've got the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. I didn't even bother cleaning it from last time. Yeah. This is the really light shade. The American Sephora told me that was a good match for NC30 from MAC. Apparently not. This is shade 250. This one's really light. I'm hoping that I've got a combination of light shades and dark shades that is all going to match. We have got the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation in medium neutral 54. Actually, I really like this foundation. This foundation, ooh, that pump's huge. Is quite, I have to say, neutral, but it works oddly enough really well with my skin. We've got Too Faced Born This Way. This one is in Sand. Again, another shade that's a little bit too dark for me these days. 2 pumps. Yeah, let's get in there, girl. Urban Decay All Nighter in shade 6. Ooh, that's a blob. I've seen one. One more. Ooh, girl, that's gross. We have got a very liquidy foundation. It's the MAC Waterlight Foundation. Haven't really worn this that much. I really like this one, but it's just the coverage is just way too light for me. And you know me, I like at least medium to full coverage. Ooh, this one's good. I haven't used this in a while. This one is the Benefit Hello Happy Foundation in shade 5. Again, another neutral shade, but oddly enough works well for me. I tend to use this more in the winter because I do throw off more. I do throw off more pink. I'm trying to do this quite quickly because some of the foundations do set, and I don't know if this is going to set in terms of blue. Ooh, okay, this one's a good one as well, but again, shade is way too dark. LA Girl Pro HD Coverage Concealer Foundation. Clearly I need a coffee. This one is in warm beige, way too dark. Okay, I've got some Rimmel London Lasting Finish Breathable Foundation in 400. Now, this one has an applicator, so I'm just going to try and put it on the side. Ooh, Bourjois Healthy Mix. I really like this foundation. Again, shade is way too dark for me these days, so... Ooh, this is a foundation that I have to mix in. Unfortunately, this is the darkest shade in Australia, as far as I'm aware. The Infallible Total Cover Full Coverage Long Wear Foundation 32 Amber. It's too pink. I had to mix this in with a couple of like yellow tone foundations to make it work for my skin, but yeah, let's put it in. Got some MAC Studio Sculpt Foundation. This was in NC30. Really like this one. We have got some Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation in 33 Beige. This is a foundation you definitely don't want to put too much of because it will look cakey. Okay, who else can I put? Oh, MAC Studio Fix Fluid. One of my favorites and one of the first like higher end foundations I ever bought. Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. Always, I have so many foundations I forget that I have some of these, and these are really, really good. This is gonna make this stink. I've got the Lancome Teint Idole. I think that's how you pronounce it, Teint Idole. This one is a little bit light. I can work with it, but I don't like the smell of it. It stinks. It's just overly fragrance, and I just don't like it. I think my shade is 038. I think that's the shade name. And it's a little bit pink as well. I've got a couple of these, but I'm just gonna put the lighter one just because I really want to make this foundation concoction work. NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I'm actually gonna put in maybe 4 drops of this. Ooh, okay, I have got the Mecca Max foundation in Honey. I've got a little bit left, but I'm just gonna put a bit in here. I really, really like this foundation. One of my favorites. Very, very comparable to the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, but a little less dry on the skin. Okay, this one is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Water Fresh Makeup. This one is in Shell Beige. I think it's a little bit too dark for me, I think, and a little too olive for my complexion, but yeah, I used it. I've got the DB Luminous Hydrating Foundation. This one is in H06 Warm Honey. The foundation range, I have to say, isn't that vast. I do like the depth of it. It works fine for me. Unfortunately, if you're darker than me, you won't be able to find anything else. Formula is good. Only complaint with this, it's a little pink. So if DB you're watching, maybe consider adding more warmth to your foundations. I think most people prefer a little bit of warmth as opposed to neutralness once you go a little bit darker. That's just my opinion. Okay, so here is my concoction. The foundation on the sides are the ones from like Sticks and stuff like that. So far it looks pretty gross. I'm going to use a MAC 132 brush. Oh, okay. Yes, I think that shade is going to work. I hope I don't spill anything. Okay, I think adding the lighter foundations and the lightning drop actually helped. That actually looks like a decent shade. I can smell a little bit of that Lancome foundation and it's annoying me, but the rest of the other foundations that have a slight scent have neutralized it, so I'm here for it. Ah, That is so good. Okay, let's see the match. Girl, she good. I'm surprised. Okay. I mean, obviously that's a lot of foundation. I'm not going to use all of that for my face. But I'm shook here. Like, that is a really good match. Literally, the product that's just on this brush is probably enough for my face. I mean, I do have a couple of full coverage foundations mixed in there. So I'm just, oh. If you guys go on Instagram and you guys see those like full coverage, like literally full coverage foundation tutorials, this is what it looks like. This is pretty full coverage. I've got a Real Techniques sponge. It's one of the newer ones. Let's blend this out. Now, I did change the battery on my camera, and I think this has had some time to set on my skin, and I can already see it oxidizing. Like, even looking at little concoction here, I can see it oxidizing a bit. And I mean, the shade, I think it still looks really good. I'm just so surprised. And in terms of coverage, because a lot of the foundations that I mix in there are quite full coverage, like medium full coverage at the very least. There's only probably like 2 of them that are on the lighter side of coverage. This is really good. I'm like thinking, should I put this in like a little container so I can use it later on? Because, girl, guys, I'm so surprised. Like, the color itself is probably 1 shade or maybe even 2 shades darker than my skin. It's not bad. It actually looks nice. It kind of gives me this like nice healthy glow. I might just put it on my ear as well. Boom! Okay, so we have got the rest of the makeup on, and I am actually gutted that I didn't really film a whole tutorial for this. I will next time, I promise. I will actually do this whole look because I'm actually really liking how the eyeshadow has turned out, and just the highlighter and the lip color, just, yeah. Now, what have we learned from this little experiment? Don't judge it until you've done it. I'm just really surprised that all these colors together have turned out to be pretty good. I do have to say, I do feel like my face is quite cakey. I like looking at it, I can see there's heaps of product on it. Not just like because I've got the cheek products and everything, but just like this bit here where it's just been set with a little bit of powder. I feel and I can see there's a layer of product on my skin. Normally when I do wear foundations and I use a sponge, it's like, even if it's like a full coverage foundation, let's say the Marc Jacobs full coverage foundation, I do feel that my skin still looks like skin with the sponge. Whereas looking at it now, I can definitely see that there's a layer of product. And if I were to scrape my nail, there'd be heaps of product under the nail. Now, would I actually do this all the time just to get a good foundation match? Surprisingly, this is actually really good. No, that's way too much effort. I think maybe mixing 2 foundations at most will probably do the trick for me. But overall, I think this is a really good experiment. I mean, I still have heaps of foundation. I don't have a container. I've like... The Asian boy in me wants to save this, but at the same time, I have so much product, as you guys saw, I probably don't really need to save this. Anyway, that's pretty much the whole video. If you guys would like to see a tutorial on this, like the whole eye makeup and stuff, definitely let me know. I do feel like I really want to film this. Let me know down in the comment box down below. Otherwise, if you guys do this little, I wouldn't even call this a challenge because no one really does challenges these days anymore. Definitely let me know, tag me, and I want to see it. I want to see your reaction when you mix everything together and, you know, put it on your face. I want to see if it works out well, horribly wrong, or it looks okay. I mean, for me, I feel like this actually looked really good. This looks really good. It's just way too much product on my face, girl. But anyway, that's pretty much it from me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to thumbs up the video if you guys did. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. I actually forgot to tell you guys, I do beauty lifestyle vlog type videos. If that's your jam, hit the subscribe button, definitely. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.